Hey guys, what's up, man? Fixed the carburetor last night. This is the next day. Want to leave that black ATP silicone sitting overnight. To make sure I have no other problems with it. What it was, in the bottom of the carburetor, guys, there's this O-ring. You guys probably remember this old one at the very bottom of that carburetor. Well, the new one was thicker, was wider, or whatever you want to call it. Not thicker, but wider. Well, it wasn't seating right, so I tore it all back down. I should have blew in it and make sure it was seating. It wasn't seating, so I took it off, went through it, kept on trying to figure out the problem with just this little O-ring. Just put black ATP silicone around this seal and around that metal piece, put it back on, let it sit for 15 minutes, blew in it with no air coming out. So we're going to prime it and we're going to hopefully get it to fire up without leaking a bit of fuel. I'm hoping. Does my life always works this way? I don't know. You guys can tell this freaking motor stone cold because it's cold in this garage today, even with the heater running behind you. So we're going to pull our filter out. Let's put that down. It's like we're already primed. Yeah, we are primed. So I must have primed it last night somehow. Must have primed it before I went to bed. So we are primed. So I'm not worried about the prime none. So we're primed for a good old time. Open up my gate. Oh, we got airflow going up. We got airflow going inside. Let's choke. Losing my mind, guys. Lose my mind. Let's back this low in. Okay, so there's a half. There's 1.5 on the low side. Okay, there's half, 1.5 on the high side. So we're going to go with those settings. I don't know how correct those settings actually are. Alright guys, took it outside to run it for a few. I got gas blow by. I know it sounds funny, but I got gas blow by. I don't know exactly what's causing that. I think it's too much fuel. I think my mixture is a little off, but it's not leaking. So it's spitting back out of the carb, I should call it. Spitting gas out at me. It's running good. I mean, I don't know how well you see it, but I went out there and cut a piece of limb with the saw, but it runs. 16 years later, it runs perfectly fine. Even though it took 16 years to get it back up on its feet, but she runs perfectly fine. Yes, I have no throttle, no way to start it when I'm out in the field, but I don't really personally give a crap about that. I mean, as soon as I can figure out the part number for this year of a chainsaw, then we will get that part ordered in and get it ordered in and shipped to my house so we can get this fully runnable. Right now, I'm happy. I'm like a kid in a candy store right now, guys. It runs, and I don't know if you guys feel if you guys know what I feel like, or if you guys know what I'm coming from on this, but it feels pretty good to have something running at 16 years. But she's leaking gas right back out of the car. Oh. Yeah, she's leaking gas right out of the car. It's like coming up and then back out. And don't know if that's normal or not. Well, why is it doing that? God, I'm sick of this McCullough. Every time I turn around, something else is happening. And now she's puking right out. Let me run it complete dry. Let me start it back up. And let me get all the gas out of line. So I gotta figure out why it's doing that now. Why in the heck is doing what it's doing, because it don't make any sense at this state of the game, guys. I don't know why it's sucking fuel back up. Why it's doing what it's doing, so we're gonna have to figure that problem out. I was just watching and it was just leaking fuel right out, like coming up and then back out. See, I don't know if it's an internal problem or what. Or if I'm going to have to put a fuel shutoff inline in this, or if it's just a normal occurrence. But there ain't many chainsaw guys works on these Tilsons. Yeah, I see how wet the rag is, so you see she's puking gas back out. Maybe somebody can tell me what's going on, what I did wrong here. Well, from what I can see, everything's... I might know what the problem is, guys. Internal in the engine. Let me go back to this footage and see if I have it. Then I'll give you guys a idea of what's going on. You might be dealing with the float inside this sucker. Just give me a minute, because I believe that sucker was hooked up correctly. And if it's not working correctly, then that's why it's not shutting the fuel off to the carb, and that's why it's keep on dumping gas back out of the carb. That may make sense now. So it's not leaking now since I ran it pretty much out of fuel. So let me go back to the old footage and check.